This holiday season, a world of Christmas wonder awaits. Enchant Christmas returns to the Las Vegas ballpark with an all-new world's largest Christmas-like maze adventure. Wander through a maze with larger-than-life light sculptures, glide on a sparkling ice skating trail, and cozy up with a warm drink. From picture-perfect moments with Santa to festive shopping and delicious treats, Enchant is sure to delight all who attend. Bring your friends, your family, everyone you love to create magical memories together. Tickets are on sale now for the grandest holiday event of this season. Go to enchantchristmas.com for details. Vegas is an incredible foodie city, but sometimes it can feel overwhelmed by choice. So today on CityCast Las Vegas, I'm with Giselle D'Souza, founder of Nothing to Do LV Eats, to look back on the best eats of 2024 and round up what you shouldn't miss in 2025. It's Thursday, December 19th. I'm Sarah Lohman, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Giselle! We're going to start big. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So what is your top pick for the best restaurant this year?
Okay, so I have to say that my favorite restaurant that I went to this year is a new local spot. It's not on the Strip. It's off the Strip.
Love it.
It's called Rangs. Rangs Cucina. And
Can you spell that?
It is Rangs.
Rangs. Okay.
And I have to say, hands down, that is my favorite spot. One, because of the food, of course. Two, because of the story behind Rangs as well. So I went there earlier this year, and the chef is actually from the Philippines. It's a couple. They used to own a catering company there. They sold everything. They came here to Vegas. They opened this really cute little restaurant, and it's very interesting. Everything is a mixture of Italian, Spanish, and Filipino spices. Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
So think like Italian or Spanish dishes, but they use Filipino ingredients.
What was one of your favorite dishes that you ate there?
So they have a scallop with squid ink risotto. So it's like a black squid ink risotto that's like perfectly, like 3 or 4 perfectly cooked scallops in like crab fat butter that they put on top of it. That plus they had this garlic shrimp pasta that had like this like Filipino twist to it. I mean, I haven't had a lot of Filipino food in Vegas. I just don't feel like there is enough Filipino food. So when I found this restaurant and they're the sweetest couple, it was really just them and like 2 servers. And it's blown up since then. And this was only like earlier this year, but it is a small little restaurant and the food is just amazing. I highly recommend it.
Oh, good for them. I can't wait to try it. Okay, so that's your best overall pick. Is there a particularly interesting like dish that you've had somewhere this year that you just can't stop thinking about?
Ooh, actually, yes. It was the pan-fried swordfish, and it was at Bramare. And Bramare is this new restaurant that just opened. It's from the owners of Table 34 and Piero's.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually just by Cleaver. And so it's like a really big piece of swordfish. It came in like a bed of vegetables, and it was like pan fried with butter. I'm tasting it again in my mouth. It was so good. The presentation was amazing. I will say that was like a really memorable dish for me at Bramare. But that restaurant in general was really memorable for me because they even had like octopus there and fresh seafood. They had hamachi. They had a beef cheek pizza.
Ooh.
It was so good. Yeah.
And I love like that area by Cleaver. Is it in that same little shopping center over there?
It's literally like if you're looking at Cleaver, it's on the right side of it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I love the spaces in there. And I love that it's like just slightly off strip. So especially if I have friends that are staying on the strip, I kind of give them the offer of like, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go somewhere else. But even if you've got plans, like the last time I was there, we went to a show at the Flamingo right afterwards. Like I went to Cleaver and we went to a show. So I love that it's close enough that you could still do dinner in that area, but like go do whatever you might need to do on the strip too.
I agree. I mean, it's like, sometimes you're just like, oh my God, like I have to go park at another casino. I'm going to walk through the entire casino. Like, where can I go that's close by? Yeah, no, that is such a great plaza because Marrakesh is in that plaza too.
Yes.
And so it's like, yeah, Marrakesh, Cleaver, that I think like there's like a tacos and beer spot. and like maybe a sushi spot in there.
The parking can get a little nuts over there. That's the only issue. You have to do like a real hover circular thing looking for a parking spot if you don't get lucky. I try to eat early over there.
You're right.
All right, Giselle, I know that vibes are a big part of your dining experience and you're very aware of what things come along in the experience with the food. Is there a restaurant that you find really notable this year for either its design or the experience of being there?
That's a good question. Actually, a spot that opened up that's in Chinatown and it's called 00 Pie and Pub.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been there before?
I keep hearing about it. It's on my to-do list. But since I'm like down in Henderson, I have this like glut of unvisited restaurants from like Spring Mountain North that I just don't get to because it's literally the opposite side of town. So it's all on me.
There's so many restaurants that are opening in the city. It's insane. But 00 is actually just the vibes in there are so cool. Like you walk in, it's this really sleek, modern looking space, very industrial looking, but you know, there's bar space, there's seated space. It's like very dim in there. Everyone just looks really cool in there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like the bartenders, the servers, they all know what they're talking about. It's just something completely different. Also, they were named one of the top pizza places in the country, like top 50.
Yes. John Curtis and Samantha Gemini Stevens, who are often on talking about food, they are tough critics and they go on and on and on about 00. So I have to get there. It's an embarrassment at this point. Do you want to go get some pizza, Giselle?
I would love to. Anytime you want to go there, just hit me up. I'm there. I'm absolutely there. They have this like short rib pizza that I'm obsessed with. It has so much short. You know when you're like, oh, it's this pizza and they put like 3 pepperonis on it. No, I mean, it's like so much short rib on this pizza.
But it doesn't make it like too like wet? Like it's still a good consistency? Okay. I should trust in them.
Perfect consistency. And then like even the crust is amazing. They pickle everything in-house. They make all their sauces in-house. Like I said, the space itself is just so fun, like small industrial looking space. And it's just unassuming. Like you don't even know what to expect. You walk in, you're like, oh, what is this place? And then they have even more than pizza. I mean, they have like a Wagyu carpaccio with some sort of reduction on it. That's amazing. And it's in a pizza spot.
I love it.
They had a crudo there with some spicy sauce on it. I was like, what? I thought this was a pizza spot.
I bet you enjoyed like the other appetizers and dishes as much or more than the pizza.
Oh my gosh. No, I enjoyed the appetizers as much as the pizza. In fact, one of my favorite desserts was the pistachio tiramisu. Ooh. I've never had a pistachio tiramisu. It was so good. It was like, I don't even know, like a cloud in my mouth.
You know, when we first had you on, it was about breakfast spots that opened. And so I'm kind of curious if there've been like more, or maybe even is there something adjacent? Is there like a coffee shop or bakery that you're really into?
Yeah, actually, I was going to mention this in the breakfast episode, but I didn't get a chance because I think my list was just way too long. Have you been to Winnie and Ethel's in downtown yet?
Yeah, I had a delicious meal, but I actually didn't get any baked goods while I was there.
So they have a malted pancake and they make their own brown butter sauce in-house.
Oh.
It's like the chef's specialty. Like this brown butter sauce is cooked at a certain temperature so that you get a certain consistency. And that's what's poured over their pancakes and their waffles. And the first time I ever had it was at a pop-up before they even opened their real restaurant. So now when I've gone to the restaurant and I was able to try it again, oh my God, I was so happy. And on top of that, of course, they're also known for their like chorizo biscuits and gravy. Like their gravy is cooked in chorizo sauce. It's amazing. It's remarkable. And then their corned beef Benedict with hollandaise sauce. Like that's probably one of my newer favorite breakfast spots that I didn't get to mention last time.
Oh, yeah.
I highly recommend Winnie and Ethel's. And it's so fun and like it's like vintage and feels like your grandma's living room in there. It's so well decorated. It's very eclectic. It's fun. It's like you're in a cute little living room.
Yes. Also, another really great shopping plaza because Yukon Pizza is there. The Huntridge Tavern is there. You got a Savers.
That plaza is a great plaza.
Great plaza. How about lunch? Where are you eating lunch nowadays?
So the Durango Casino has opened by my house.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for the Durango. Like they, first of all, they have the Eat Your Heart Out food court in there. And I am so happy that they pick local spots in there. They have like Vesta Coffee, Shang Artisan Noodle, Nielsen Custard. These are all local staples here. And then, of course, some favorites from around the country. But I will say a place that I've gone to multiple times inside the Durango is Summer House.
Oh, I don't know it.
Summer House is really great because they have a great brunch menu, lunch menu, and dinner menu. But when I think of Summer House, I think of morning for brunch with my girlfriends. Something that I really love was they have this giant cinnamon roll with blueberries and lemon zest. I mean, it's like huge. It's like the size of your head. Like that's something that I really liked.
So is a cinnamon bun the size of your head for sharing, or is that just you just get the one for you?
Oh no, it's just one for me, obviously. Like if you, yeah,
Okay.
if you
That's
want
fair.
one, you should get your own. Like, come on.
Wow. Okay. Now I know. Now I know not to ask for a bite. My bad.
I will share one bite just so you
All
can
right.
try it. That's okay.
Thank you. The Las Vegas Ballet presents The Nutcracker. Las Vegas's favorite holiday tradition runs from December 14th through the 27th at the Smith Center. Choreographed by James Canfield, The Nutcracker is a magical journey through a larger-than-life world filled with waltzing flowers, nimble fairies, and moonlit snow. Travel to a land of toy soldiers, mischievous mice, and visitors from faraway lands. The Las Vegas Sun called it the most visually beautiful production ever staged in Reynolds Hall. This classic festive ballet is the perfect outing for the whole family or an intimate date night. Don't miss out on the joy and spectacle of the Nutcracker. Visit nevadaballet.org for more details and to purchase tickets. That's nevadaballet.org, nevadaballet.org.
People often ask me for a recommendation down in the Arts District for food, and I tell them, you gotta try Soul Belly. I've been going to Soul Belly since the day they opened. It's a bustling restaurant and venue located on Main Street, right in the heart of the Arts District. They serve creative, regional barbecue under the direction of Chef Bruce Coleman. Soul Belly also offers deliciously simple cocktails, hyper-local beer, fantastic bartenders, and if you're lucky, live entertainment that will blow your socks off. Their mission? Well, it's simple. Use the most responsibly raised, high-quality ingredients to create the best possible barbecue and just have fun. Soul Belly is a great outing for groups of all sizes. They could also host your holiday event or even organize a great party with a live band. And if you're lucky, you'll get a special like burnt ends, but you can't go wrong with the regulars, whether it's brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and all those delicious sides. Don't sleep on the mac and cheese. They could also cater lunch for your office if you're looking for a treat, like we did here at CityCast Las Vegas not terribly long ago. So visit soulbellybarbecue.com or just drop by and see what's coming off the smoker today. That's SOULBELLYBBQ.com.
Okay, let's talk about the Strip. We have to acknowledge it. Is there anything that you ate on the Strip this past year that you loved?
Actually, yes. I'm going to quickly name a few, but at the
go
end,
for
I
it.
want to also tell you my favorite casino for restaurants this year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So my first one is actually Bala, the Italian spot at the Sahara. I really like this spot because not only is their food amazing, Chef McLean is like a world-renowned chef. He has amazing Italian food. I think one of my favorite dishes there is their sea bream with capers and like white wine lemon sauce. Oh my God, I think about it all the time. And their chicken parm. But another reason I really like Bala is because I always like to find places that treat locals really well. And they give locals 50% off their steaks every
Really?
Tuesday.
What?
Yes. And 50% off any wine bottle, wine on Wednesdays.
With like a Nevada Clark County
Yeah.
ID? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
just your local Nevada ID. Yeah, they'll give you 50% off your steaks on Tuesday and wine on Wednesday. Plus their food is amazing. And if you've never been inside Bala, it's such a great like
I haven't.
date spot.
Oh.
It's so beautiful in there. And so, yeah, that's one of my favorite spots because I've already been there like 3-4 times now in the last year. And I like Sahara because it's just far enough off the Strip where I'm not like right in the middle of the chaos, you know?
And you can take the monorail there.
And yeah, you can take the monorail there. It's perfect.
And the parking's free at Sahara too. It's got it all.
It really does. And then another spot that I went to, actually 2 in the same casino. I went to Mott 32 this year and I went to Chica, both at the Venetian. Mott 32 just released their Brunch 32 menu, which is their new brunch party concept. But they have a brand new dim sum menu and a roasted Peking duck cart. It's so fun because they bring out the Peking duck cart to your table and they like kind of show you how to prepare everything. And then they either make it for you or they place everything on the table for you to make.
Oh,
And
wow.
oh my God, the Peking duck is amazing.
It feels very old school Vegas too, like
Mhm.
to have this like tableside display. I love that idea. If only they would set something on fire, which is my favorite tableside thing to have done.
I love that. I wish
Yeah.
they set things on fire all the time, but they never
The
do.
time.
It's like some sort of safety issue or something. So that place, and then Chica also at the Venetian, they have my favorite al pastor baby back ribs. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Baby back ribs with pastor seasoning. Yeah, it's amazing. So they have that and a crispy octopus. So Chica and Ma are both at Venetian. I think my favorite casino this year for restaurants is the Venetian. I mean, the Venetian has, in general, some of the best restaurants, I think. They have Smith and Wollensky, they have Lavo, Bazaar Meats, Cut by Wolfgang Puck, of course, Anma 32, Chica, Bouchon. All of those spots are at the Venetian. So, I've never really thought about it, but I was like, wow, Venetian really holds some of my favorite restaurants.
And I feel like they're taking it to the next level. Like they're undergoing this renovation right now. So the Korean steakhouse is coming in and, Bazaar
Yes.
Meats is coming in as a part of that as well. But they've got, I feel like, more things opening in 2025. So we'll really have to keep an eye on them.
I know. You wouldn't think they had any more space. This is only like a third of their restaurant list. Like
Yeah.
it goes on. It's amazing. So yeah, I will say Venetian's my favorite. But even on the Strip, another thing that I really liked this year was Beauty in Essex. I know it's been there for a while, but this year I've gone to Beauty in Essex twice, and their menu was really great. Like they have this gochujang salmon. Oh my God. Also, I just love gochujang on anything because
Yes,
the spices
absolutely.
are so good. But that comes with black risotto, like on a bed of risotto, and it's just the flavors are so good. And they also have these mini French dip prime sirloin things that they bring out, and they put the au jus on top of it in front of
Ooh.
you. Oh my God. Yeah. So Beauty in Essex has always been like one of my favorites.
And that's at the Cosmopolitan?
That's at the Cosmopolitan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my top Strip picks.
That place actually started in New York in my old neighborhood. It's one of the first kind of speakeasy restaurants. It was behind a pawn shop.
No way.
Way! I actually never went. It was like too trendy and the line was too long. And I don't wait in lines.
No.
I wait until things calm down.
understand.
Or, you know what? I go to it in Vegas, which has been my solution to a lot of notable New York restaurants.
Exactly. You can go to it here because you can make a reservation, just walk in, they seat you, you don't have to wait.
Food is as good or better.
Exactly. And they continued that pawn shop kind of feel because when you walk in, it's a little pawn shop. And then you walk through a back door and it takes you to the restaurant. So they kind of continued that tradition
Now you know where it comes
that
from.
feeling of being in a pawn
feel.
shop. Yeah.
This Lower East
That
Side
feel.
vibe. All right, we have already been giving a lot of love off the Strip, but are there any other notable mentions that we haven't talked about yet?
Okay, so first of all, literally across from the Durango Casino is the Uncommons. So it's great for like shopping, dining, retail. People even live there. There's beautiful like condos and homes there. But they've opened a lot of new restaurants this past year. And one of them is called, it's a wine bar, but they have great food. It's called Wino.
Oh my gosh, that is newsletter editor Rob Katchelreese's one of his favorite places to be. And I think David Fickler too.
Oh my God. Yo, I love Wino. I mean, okay, so I went there, of course, thinking like, okay, it's just a wine bar. They're just going to have some like small little snacks for us. No, their food was actually amazing. They have this roasted eggplant dip that they bring out with this home baked chips. Oh my God, that plus the hamachi and caviar. So, I mean, they bring out this delicious thick cut of hamachi and they bring out like a side of caviar and you can eat them together. And they also have this beef tartare with pickled onions. Oh my God. I mean, I expect the wine to be good, but I didn't expect the food to be so good at a wine bar. I was like, okay, I can't wait to come back.
Okay, I love that because oftentimes I go to a great wine bar, I have great wine, and then, Giselle, I'm really, really drunk in the fancy wine bar because all, you can get is like maybe a little charcuterie, some crackers or something. So I need something a little heartier with my glass of wine.
Oh yeah, they have the hearty food and they even have caviar service that's affordable. Like it's not like hundreds of dollars. Like, you go on the Strip, you want caviar service. It's basically like unapproachable. I think it's like $85 and they bring out caviar and some sides and croutons and stuff for you to like eat and dip and all this kind of stuff. And it's for two people. Like it's worth it. Like the caviar is really amazing. So like if you are looking for somewhere that you want caviar, I would say Wino. Like stay off the Strip, go to Wino.
Love it. So in your opinion, what was 2024 like for restaurants? Was there something that defined it?
I will say this felt like the most diverse year for restaurants. I feel like usually This is just my opinion, but I feel like usually like a lot of new American or Italian restaurants open up in Vegas. It's just like an easier concept to digest, I think, and can be a concept that you can work off of very easily. But this year I felt like things that I've went to were extremely diverse. Like another place that I went to is this place called Sukdal. It's a new Korean barbecue spot, but the concept is so interesting. Like you don't cook your own Korean barbecue. The servers cook it for you and they cook it to perfection. And then they serve it back to you, but they do it at your table. So like that was a new spot that I went to.
The flair.
Yeah, and that was interesting. There's another spot that opened up in Chinatown called Mala Town. It's like a hot pot spot, but you pick everything, but they prepare it for you in the back and they just bring it out to you and it looks all beautiful. You don't have to like cook it at your table. So maybe it's also the year of like conveniences or like they make the things for you and then they bring it out to you. That's what I've noticed. That's the trend, right?
It's like the year of service or the year of flair. I love it.
I think they heard like people say like, oh, I want to eat Korean barbecue, but I don't want to make my own food, or I want to eat hot pot, but I don't want to, I don't want to cook my own meat in the hot pot. I don't know if I'm cooking it correctly or long enough.
It feels very old Vegas in a way, that like real traditional tableside, we'll take care of everything kind of service. I love it. I feel like it connects to our history a little bit, but it's doing it with new cuisines and in new ways. I think it's so fabulous.
Along with that, there's other places that I've been to where they've been adding food tours as something that you could do with your Yeah. Like, for example, the Las Vegas distillery just reopened. And so they also have a new menu and like pizza that they make in-house and really great food and cocktails. But they also provide a tour with their food and their drink. And so you can go take a tour of their distillery. So it really is the year of experiences. You're right. Service and experience.
I love it. Giselle, thank you so much. I cannot sleep on these restaurants. I've got to put some things in my map. And, after the holidays, you'll be hearing from me. I know that most people diet come January, but I feel like that's when I finally get a chance to eat more. So
I agree.
I'm ready for it. Thank you so much for your knowledge.
Thank you for having me back. It was so exciting.
That's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed this show, why not tell a friend? You can rate this show and leave us a review and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care.